Number 4, a junior, Caitlin Aiden. A senior, number 10, Molly Fell. A junior, number 22, Olivia Roller. A freshman, number 30, Chloe Cope. Rounding out the Tiger lineup, the sophomore, number 34, Allie Cope. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Ballard Bombers. Senior, number 10, Kylie Cover. Number 11, junior, Reagan Levy. A senior, number 21, Aaliyah Thompson. A senior, number 22, Megan Roy. And a senior, number 25, Casey Rigby. At this time, I ask you to please rise if you're able and leave your hats as we listen to that most beautiful hymn, our national anthem. Obviously, we're having some technical difficulties. We'll play basketball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the hangar, the home of the Ballard Bombers for tonight's varsity doubleheader between the Ballard Bombers and the Carroll Tigers. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Brock Bierman, alongside executive producer Dan Ingsler and my color commentator, Tim Davis. How are we feeling tonight?
Feeling good, and it's nice to hear that Danny got his title back, the executive producer. I know he was upset about that on Tuesday, but he earned his way back, so we're back in normal as we should be here.
And the Bombers are looking to bounce back as they start out this game on defense currently. We'll get into the starting lineups here as the game goes on, but a couple of key changes to the Bombers lineup after their loss earlier this week against the Carlisle Wildcats.
Yeah, Brooklyn Baumgartner, we showed up at the gym tonight, and she's in a walking boot, Brock, so one of our starters is out. Looks like we've got an early foul there on 34 for the Carroll Tigers. That's Allie Cook.
And starters tonight for the Bombers, number 10, Kylie Calvert, number 11, Reagan Levy, number 21, Aaliyah Thompson, number 22, Megan Roeder, and number 25, Casey Rigby. Rigby getting her first start of the year for the injured Brooklyn Baumgartner. Bombers, again, like we mentioned, looking to bounce back after a tough loss against a very good Carlisle team earlier this week as they turned the ball over right there. And that was one of the big issues that the Bombers had, is they kept turning the ball over in key situations.
Yeah, we mentioned it multiple times on Tuesday, Brock. It was the extra possessions that Carlisle got on the turnovers and the offensive rebounds, and the Bombers cannot repeat that this evening, or it could be a struggle again.
The Tigers tried to get a three from Aiden, but it was no good. Out of bounds, it'll be Bombers ball.
Aiden kind of came up a little gingerly on that one after she shot it. Maybe it looked like a kind of favoring her back a little bit, so we might want to watch that throughout the rest of this game.
Of course, the Tigers also played earlier this week. They actually fell to the Winterset Huskies at Winterset as Aaliyah takes it inside, draws the foul on the floor, so the Bombers will take it out under the basket. That final score was 46-36.
Yeah, that one was on, looks like Olivia Roeder there for the Tigers, which we had a mom come up, and we've got cousins in the game tonight. So we've got Megan Roeder, they've got Olivia Roeder. They are cousins, and then we've got Grace Grunmeyer, and then a Casey Wiederen. So some family affair tonight here at the hangar. So kind of fun for that family, and I think maybe grandparents are at home listening. So Grandma and Grandpa, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy what you watch and what you hear.
And there's Roeder for the Tigers.
Right
Olivia
on cue.
Roeder for three to open up the game for the Carroll Tigers. Bombers on the other end looking to respond for their first bucket of the game. Calvert with the ball on the right side.
Yeah, Carroll in just that basic man-to-man in the gaps a little bit, but trying to take away dribble penetration. Bombers with their patent 5-out offense, and Levy with the drive gets it taken away. Got to get Aaliyah Thompson going early tonight, as we saw Aaliyah take it to the basket and draw a foul early, which is a good sign, but she struggled a little bit on Tuesday. Was
held to 6 points last game against Carlisle, as she sends that shot, able to at least deflect it on the defensive end. Here come the Bombers now on offense. Calvert, top of the perimeter. She was also a player that was cold last game for the Bombers. Aaliyah Thompson down low to Levy for the two-pointer to start out the game. Good little set there. Ran her off that screen and just kind of curled it right to the basket. Thompson found her right in rhythm, and Reagan knocked it in. So both teams on the board early here. And there's Roeder able to poke it loose for the Bombers. Here comes a fast break. Calvert looking to take it herself, draws the foul, and she will go to the line for 2 free throws. So far, so good here, Brock. I like the Bombers are attacking the basket. We saw that on Tuesday where we settled for quite a few three-point shots. Didn't draw a lot of fouls. Right now, we've already got 3 fouls on the Carroll Tigers, which is a good thing. Make our free throws here, and it could be a long night for the Tigers. Again, we still have 5 minutes, a little over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Tigers already have 3 team fouls. With 5, you get automatic 2 free throws this year with the new rule in high school basketball. Calvert's first free throw is good. That's a good sign for Kylie. It's always great for a shooter to see one go through the net. Gives you some confidence. Anytime anybody was struggling back in my day coaching, it was try to get them a layup or try to get them to the free throw line. See the ball go through the hoop, and it does wonders for the mental psyche of a shooter. 2 for 2 on that trip. Bombers up 1. Here come the Tigers up the past half court, down low to Cook. Her layup is no good, and a rebound by Thompson. Bombers coming quickly on the offensive end. Cross-court pass from Levy to Calvert. She fires a 3. No good. Rebound by Rigby. Rigby and Roeder will tie it up. Possession arrow favors the Bombers, so it will remain Ballard ball. Roeder with the Tigers. I got to make sure I emphasize which Roeder it is. And they're both wearing 22, so that's the other thing. Like we said, family affair here tonight. Which that's what the holidays are about, right? Family. Levy for 3, no good. Rebound by Thompson. She's looking to call her own number off the offensive rebound, and off the layup, no good. Rebound by Cook. Nice spin move there by Aaliyah, but just couldn't finish it. Inside, Cook responds. That is number 30. That's Chloe Cook. Yeah, that's the freshman. Assuming it's got to be Coach's daughters, the Cook sisters. Calvert's layup is no good. Rebound by Aiden. A little bit of helter-skelter there from the Tigers, but got it over. This time this is Allie Cook. She calls her number, and she gets 2 points for the Tigers. Tigers getting a couple buckets in a row here. Really strong move there by Cook, by Allie Cook. Thompson misses the floater. Lee is just off, just a pinch right now, Brock, and we're so used to seeing her make those floaters and those spin moves, and she's got such great touch. Again, she needs to see one go in the hole, and I think the floodgates could open for her. Tigers with the ball. Chloe Cook driving in, draws a foul on the drive. So they'll take it out underneath the bucket. That foul on Kylie Rigby, or Casey Rigby. Kylie Rigby, sibling of Casey Rigby. Yeah, there we are. We're sticking with the Family Ties theme tonight. What a great show back in the, I think that was an 80s show. I think Dan, executive producer Dan Inksler probably watched Family Ties back in the day. That was before TGIF. But we are here TGIF tonight. Thank goodness it's Friday and get to be here in the hangar. Nice behind the back dribble there from Aiden. Again, the Tigers with the ball. They're up 3. A little less than 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Calvert poked the ball loose. Out of bounds will remain Tigers ball with 21 seconds on the shot clock. Jada Landy checked in for Casey Rigby a couple seconds ago. Coach White over there barking out the commands. He called that play. He obviously does some scouting. He had screen the screener, and that's exactly what they ran to give him nothing. Roeder inside, blocked by Thompson. She went straight up, able to deflect the ball, but the Tigers get the offensive rebound. Right away they go it down low to Olivia Roeder, able to put it up and in, and she'll get one more shot as she is able to draw a foul on Aaliyah Thompson, her first. Looks like Jada Landy's checked in for the Bombers as Rigby's
sat down. It looks like Allie Cook has checked out for the Tigers.
Roeder unable to convert the old-fashioned three-point play, and Levy with the rebound.
Bailey Schulte's in for the Tigers, number 23.
Bombers looking to get something going here as a jump ball is called, so it will be a turnover, and the Tigers will take over.
It was Chloe Cook that tied that one up on Jada Landy. So yeah, kind of trying to get our feet underneath of us here. Both teams feeling each other out, but Tigers with this early 5-point lead and having really no problem with the pressure. They do a nice job getting it to the middle of the floor, catching, turning, and facing, and getting some pretty easy looks right now on the Bombers, which Coach Anderson isn't going to like that.
Tigers up currently in the first quarter. Roeder able to poke the ball loose and dive on it. Here come the Bombers on the fast break. Thompson will dribble it out, feeds it to Landy. Landy looking to drive in, finds Roeder, and that is Megan Roeder for the two-point shot. Great find from Jada Landy.
Absolutely, a nice job by Megan Roeder running the floor there. Put herself in a good spot to get a bucket.
Inside, that's Cook, no good. Ball's loose, come up with Calvert.
Yeah, I don't know how Schulte got that pass through there, but Cook caught it, and she got it up over the top of Thompson.
Landy with a tough pass to Thompson as Roeder fires a three, no good. Ball is still loose.
Yeah, good crash there by Jada Landy. Just couldn't come down with a rebound, but kept the ball loose. Bombers had a chance at it, couldn't corral it.
Less than 2 minutes to go. Bombers down 3 in the first quarter. Similar situation the Bombers have seen the last game or so. Slow start as the Tigers missed that three in the corner from Schulte.
That one was off the side of the glass there, Brock. Levy gets one across the face there. Took it to the hole, but only the fourth team foul. They've played about 3.5 minutes here with only committing one foul, which they were hot and heavy on the fouls early.
Foul is on Feld. Molly Feld, that's her second, so she will probably check out. Actually, no. It'll be number 30, Chloe Cook, and number 22, Olivia Roeder, who check out for the Tigers. Number 21, Carly Menken, and number 20, Sophia Tidgren, checks in.
Calvert looking to inbounds this and finds Thompson on a beautiful cut off the glass. Nice play. Just what the doctor ordered for Aaliyah. A nice little easy one and off the glass, little touch. See if that doesn't spark her and get her going.
Tigers looking to respond. Up 1. 1:22 left in the first quarter. Schulte looking to respond with a three. No good. Out of bounds. Bombers ball.
And that's 2 now by Schulte. The first one was off the side of the glass, and that one was an air ball. One thing the Tigers are trying to do is they are feeding the post right now, working it inside out the best they can.
Bombers with the ball here can take the lead on this possession, but a travel called, and it will be Tigers ball.
Yeah, Allison just kind of got her pivot feet kind of confused there, and the ref was Johnny on the spot with that one. Probably the right call. Bombers with a little 2-2-1 pressure. We've seen it here throughout the entire year, but again, Carroll gets it right to the middle of the floor, turns and faces, and just dices it up.
Tidgren with the 2-point shot on that one. Bombers looking to potentially tie it here on this possession. Calvert puts up the floater, no good. Able to almost come up with her own rebound, but it will go out of bounds and be Tigers ball.
Yeah, right now, and we're going to see the Bombers drop out of that pressure because, like we said, they were kind of just cutting it up. The ball was getting to the middle of the floor way too easy for the Tigers, and that's not going to make Coach Anderson happy because he's giving up layups. And they've got numbers, right? So it's 3-on-2, and that's just percentages are much better in any game of basketball, Brock, even the one you play a pickup at the rec league.
Tigers with the ball.
I will say this, the Tigers post up hard. They get good post position. They sit down in the chair, make themselves as wide as they are tall, but turned it over.
13 seconds left on the clock after that turnover, so the Bombers will have a chance to get something here before the end of the first. Allison Baker will check out as Megan Roeder checks back in. So will Casey Rigby, and she will come in for Jada Landy. Number 1, Jersey Sporer for Carroll checks in as well.
This Carroll team's got a couple of seniors. Looks like just one, but, well, 2, Schulte and Feld, but they're fairly underclassmen driven here, which may reflect their record of 2-4, as we know the Raccoon River Conference is not an easy one.
Thompson's floater is no good, and that will do it for the first quarter of play. Bombers in another tight one early on, down 3. 8-11 is the score here inside the hangar. Want to give a shout out to the Ballard Athletic Booster Club for all their support in Ballard Athletics, as well as the Ballard Network. As you know, the Booster Club helps support equipment, jerseys, anything that sports and athletics teams may need throughout the season, as well as they support the Ballard Network. Pretty much everything that we're using tonight has been funded by the Ballard Athletic Booster Club, especially that camera that you see throughout the game that's following the action. That camera is not manned by anybody. It's automated through the huddle system that we have, and with that, combining that with the audio system and the laptop that we've been able to get through the Booster Club, we're able to up our game on these broadcasts.
Yeah, for sure. And again, we appreciate the Booster Club. They do a ton for us. And that huddle subscription it's the way of the world right now. And that's how you can exchange film with other teams.
Yep.
Guys, kids can go in. They have access to it. They can watch themselves. They can watch a scout. Coaches can cut it up, and they can give them 7 or 8 plays. Sideline inbounds, underneath inbounds, all that stuff. So not a cheap subscription, and we are very thankful for the Booster Club.
Yep.
And every town's got one, right? Every school's got one, but we're biased because we think we have one of the best, if not the best. They do so much for our kids and our athletes, and even providing meals and things like that. So pretty neat group, but Bombers got to let their work cut out for them here tonight, Brock. I don't think this is going to be an easy one.
Thompson able to draw a foul, so that might be a sign of good things to come here in the second quarter.
She's playing more downhill tonight than what we saw her on Tuesday, Brock, which is good, and I'm sure that was a point of emphasis for Coach Anderson. And I actually talked to Coach White before the game. I said, Coach, you sick on, or excuse me, Coach Smith, on before the game. And he said, yeah, he said, I walked out of the house and I got the bug my 3 kids had, and that's going around.
Yep.
There's some sickness. We've had it throughout the high school. I know some of the boys were battling it this week, and some of the girls, we got a sick one at home too. So it's the time of year, you know.
2 for 2 for Thompson, and that foul was on Olivia Roeder. That was her second, so something to keep an eye on, as she is the leading rebounder for this Tigers team, which if you want to be able to beat the Bombers, having a good rebounder is a good thing to have.
Yep, 100% correct there.
Allie Cook with the ball over to Aiden for 3, and that is pure.
Caitlin Aiden, the junior. Carroll Tigers got some length out there, Brock. You know, a lot of 5'10", 6-foot girls, and just makes it, they can shrink the floor on you by just being there.
Been playing so far well tonight.
Yeah, they've been playing well, and they just extend it.
Thompson fires a 3. Rattles
there
in.
We go.
Last Tuesday, that would have rattled out.
Yeah, that was out for sure, no doubt. We saw about 3 or 4 of those on Tuesday night and kind of swung the momentum. But Aaliyah, she's got 7 now here and kind of starting to cook a little bit. So that's good signs for the Bombers.
Tigers looking to respond up 1. That's Allie Cook to the hoop. Able to put it up, no good. And Roeder fights for that rebound. That's Megan Roeder for the Bombers. Ball loose, and Levy recovers it.
Not a great outlet there by Rigby, but Levy bailed her out.
Levy off the screen.
We're going to get an illegal screen on Aaliyah Thompson.
That's her second.
That's going to be 2, and we don't need that.
So 2 key players, 1 for each team, has 2 early fouls.
And we've talked about it just in the 2 games that we've done here at home for the Lady Bombers. It's the depth. The depth is an issue, and without Brooklyn tonight, it becomes a bigger issue. Just not having one more body to rotate in. And so Aaliyah's going to have to play smart basketball here, which she's very capable of.
Jump ball off the loose ball. Chloe Cook was trying to get it to the hoop, but lost handle of the ball as she went up. And due to the tie-up and possession arrow, Carroll remains with the possession.
Coach Smith again kind of barking him out.
He's
reading the scout. That should be over and back or a travel, either way.
Bombers ball. Coach Nathan Smith, assistant coach for the varsity team, does a great job every year with the scouting of the teams. You'll hear him barking every game. and it helps the teams. And, hey, when you got a team that's built to win, that's a great thing to have, being able to have a coach that knows how to scout as well. Calvert inside, kick out. There's Rigby for 3. It looks like they're going to call a travel call.
Yeah, a little on the hop step there, and we see that a lot. Sometimes it's called and sometimes it isn't. I think it's depending on which crew you get and if they're looking for it and how many times a game do they want to call it. It's the other thing.
So turnover for the Bombers. Aiden with the ball for the Tigers. She won't hesitate on that 3 off the back of the rim and out. And Roeder with the rebound, and she gave it up, and Aiden's there to get the steal. She's averaging 4 steals a game, so no shock it ends up in her hands. And a tough pass. I don't think a Bomber touched it, so it will be a turnover for Feld. And a quick timeout called by the Bombers. 5:59 left in the half. Bombers down 1. 13-14 is the score.
Yeah, you could almost say, Brock, that Caitlin Aiden, she could have passed for, she could be one of the Sticky Bandits. You know that movie reference, Home Alone 2?
I don't know if I've seen the second one.
You've never seen Home Alone 2, Brock?
I've seen the original.
You have a homework assignment between now and Tuesday. The Sticky Band. In the first one, they were the Wet Bandits. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like they got the PA system working. By the way, it's still there. I don't know if that's Merle over there trying to start the national anthem, but he's a little late. But no, the Sticky Bandits, that's I think that's Marv and Harry, and they're lost to New York, and then they put things around their gloves, and yeah, you got to watch it. It's a great movie, great Christmas movie
for that one.
Yeah, Kevin McAllister. Anyway, back to the action here.
Bombers with the ball here, down 1. Thompson on the left side. Starters on the floor for the Bombers. They're looking to bounce back after a loss to Carlisle earlier this week. Lack of communication there on that screen. Thompson looking to call something as Rigby gets a 3. No good. And the rebound to Feld.
Decent look, decent action from the inside out there, but I feel like the Bombers are a little bit out of sorts because we're holding the ball as opposed to moving it. Too much thinking going on and not enough just action. Good
Thompson
steal.
able to read that pass. Comes up with the steal. She's looking to go quickly. Now she'll stop, and the Bombers will set up an offense. No, Calvert will hit a 3 instead of setting. I guess that's offense.
Yeah, that is offense. And Molly Feld's lucky she didn't get called for the foul there because she didn't really give Kylie a place to land, which most places that's a point of emphasis. But it wasn't called there, but Kylie knocked it down, gives us the lead by 2.
Calvert with her first field goal of the night, had 2 free throws early on. Aiden looking to take it inside. That's a great take, but a travel call.
Oh, boy. Boy, I don't know if I agree with that one. That was a pretty move by Caitlin Aiden. And I will tell you right now, Brock, watching her on the floor, she's probably their most skilled player. She can handle the ball. She can steal it. She's got a decent stroke. And wow.
Second team All Raccoon River Conference last year. She's making a statement so far tonight.
Yeah, I thought that was a great move and didn't deserve the travel, but we'll take it.
And there is, I think that's Grundemeyer.
Yeah, that was Grundemeyer, the hero from the early game.
And Levy traveled after the shot fake, so it will be Tigers ball. Yep, number 32, Grace Grundemeyer just checked in. And for those that missed the ending of the JV game, you missed a dandy of a finish.
Yeah, it's just how you draw it up. You kind of run that handoff action for about 32 seconds, and then you shoot one from the volleyball line around a girl off the glass, and it goes in.
One-handed.
Yeah, one-handed. It was just exactly how you draw it up. One thing about the holidays is, Brock, a lot of people travel, but you cannot travel in the gym tonight.
That's a good point.
No
the
traveling
official's been
allowed.
calling it closely so far.
Yep.
Aiden hesitates, now takes to the hoop, draws a foul. She will go to the line for 2, and since you mentioned it, she's been making sure to make a name tonight for herself.
Yeah. One of the officials here, I didn't catch his name here. It's the older gentleman out here called the foul. He kind of has a Mickey look to him off the Rocky series.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see the Rocky movies,
Yep.
Brock? Chase the chicken, Rock. Chase that. He kind of looks like Mickey.
I see it.
Yeah. Burgess Meredith. He was also in Grumpy Old Men. You ever seen that movie? No, that's a great movie. Man, both of them are good.
0 for 2 for Aiden on that trip. Rebound by Levy. Bombers do have a 2-point lead, so basket on this possession could be huge for momentum.
Oh, Roeder's dragging that thing everywhere. Yep. There's another travel. That's the 5th one we've had called tonight between both teams. And I always say extra steps will give you bunions.
And, Bombers.
You ever had a bunion, Brock?
No.
No, me neither. I don't want one either. I've heard they're painful. Anyway.
Less than 4 minutes to go in the half. Bombers up 2. Schulte with it.
Aaliyah's got to be careful. She's got 2. You know Coach Anderson's holding his breath when she's out there denying. Oh, boy.
It'll remain Tigers ball. So the first quarter, Tigers were able to move the ball a lot smoother. Now all of a sudden it seems like the Bombers have either figured out something or the Tigers have just kind of stepped back a little in their skill level.
Yeah, and they're kind of bombs away in it right now too and not getting good looks.
Thompson draws the foul. She knew she was going in for the contact, going to the line for 2 free throws.
He's like the Energizer Bunny, Brock. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking, man. She got hit hard there on the body on the way up and on the way down. I saw a guy call that one time in a high school game. He called 2 fouls. He said fouled him on the way up and fouled him on the way down. 4 shots. Never seen that before in my life.
Thompson misses the first one. Feld checks in for Schulte. Thompson gets 1 more. Averaging a little less than 18 points a game.
Yeah, she was averaging more. The average went down on Tuesday. She missed that one too. She's usually good for, what is she on the year? She's 70-some%?
Around 72 for the free throw line.
Yeah, 72. So kind of an anomaly there. Don't see that very often. She'll probably make the next 6 in a row.
Tigers with it. Feld guarded by Grundemeyer. Able to blow by her, draw the foul as well.
And Grace kind of hip checked her there just a little bit.
I think that's her second as well. Team foul 3 for the Bombers in this quarter. And you mentioned Thompson, how well she's been doing so far this year. Before the Carlisle game, she's still 33rd in Class 4A for field goal percentage. So even after a tough game, she's still up there as one of the most efficient scorers.
She could fill it up, and she filled it up there in that Clear Lake game. She just kind of went bananas up there, and that's an extra steps too. See, you cannot travel, folks. This is a no travel advisory here tonight in the hangar.
It's going to be an interesting night for sure, especially with how quickly the boys teams will move up and down.
Get up and down here. It'll be interesting. They might not call as many because they won't be able to keep up with it as much, but we'll see.
A little bit of a drought for both teams here. Bombers still lead by 2 as Levy throws it to nobody. Out of bounds. Tigers ball. Chloe Cook checks in, as well as Olivia Roeder. Allie Cook and can't see who exactly sat down, but someone else checked out. I apologize. Inside, that's Aiden for 2.
Yeah. Caitlin Aiden again with a nice drive and a good finish. Nice pass ahead there from Reagan.
Great job by Roeder, able to plant her feet on that catch. Thompson's open for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. There's Roeder, and the layup is no good for Megan Roeder.
She kind of threw that one up there like it was a hot potato, caught it, and got rid of it as fast as she could.
220.
Nice back cut there by Tigran.
And that turnaround jumper from Cook. Allie Cook is no good. Calvert with the ball. Levy's open for a 3. She will pop it. Hits the rim and misses. Both teams kind of going cold here. Timeout is called with 2:02 left in the half. Tied up here at 16.
Bit of a battle of attrition right now going on in this game. Just ebbs and flows is, I guess, one way to look at it. But tied at 16 and just can't find a bucket. Neither team really can find a bucket right now. And turnovers. Both teams have turned it over a half a dozen times already, and that's not a formula for success. Both coaches will tell you that. But they're equal opportunity because they're giving it right back to each other in the form of traveling tonight. That's the theme.
You look at the all-time series between these two teams since 2006, and you'd be shocked that it's tied here at 16 all because Bombers have won all 32 of those matchups since 2006.
The Bombers are 32-0 against these guys since 2006.
So Tigers are
quite a
looking to
stat.
break a streak tonight, and they are right in it as they're tied up here at 16, and they've led most of the game as Aiden's looking to retake the lead with that three. No good. Rebound by Olivia Roeder. Draws a foul against Megan Roeder.
That's Roeder on Roeder crime right there. Grandparents are at home saying, take it easy. We got family Christmas coming up here.
So Olivia Roeder will go to the line after Megan Roeder committed the foul.
32-0 since 2006. That's like a Dan Patrick stat of the day type of thing right there.
I do my research sometimes.
If I could sing, I would sing the stat of the day song.
Yeah, I'm not going to attempt that either.
No, it's fine.
I can't embarrass myself that much.
No. You could try, though. People tune in to listen to that.
Olivia Roeder's second free throw is no good. 0 for 2 on that trip. Still tied up here at 16. Both teams kind of looking for something on the offensive end as Landy wants to make a statement. Doesn't make that floater. Out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Chloe Cook.
Stay with the Bombers. We'll take that one. You know, and it's not for lack of pushing the ball up the floor. The Bombers are doing a great job advancing the ball. We're just not finding the bottom of the net right now.
Schulte checks in for number 20, Sophia Tigran. Bombers with the possession. Under the basket. Levy gets the inbound. Takes to the hoop, makes the move, and able to get the finish.
It was a nice little Euro step there from Reagan Levy. Kind of got through the traffic, brought it up and over, underneath, and through.
Bombers up 2. Calvert comes up with the steal. Bombers looking to create some more momentum here as they're up 2 after that last bucket from Levy. She thought about a long three, instead takes it to the hoop. Scores it, but a foul on the floor before the basket. Still a great take from Levy right there.
Yeah, really good take and an aggressive block call there by the official. I knew exactly what he had on that one, and he called it with authority.
That's Roeder's third. Olivia Roeder for the Tigers. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, we going to keep an eye on her when she's on the bench because she's got 3 and she can't get in 4th, I wouldn't think, but she's not coming out of the game.
Levy thought about the 3, now dribbles out. 22 seconds on the shot clock. Calvert in the corner for 3. Off the front of the rim.
Well, that's a really nice job by the Carroll Tigers of blocking out. Everybody found a girl and blocked him out. Ball hit the ground.
What a move from the freshman, number 30, Chloe Cook.
Take that one to the laundromat, put it on spin cycle right there, Bear.
And another travel called for the Bombers, against the Bombers.
You know, I tell you what, if there was some snow on the ground, Brock, we would be walking in a winter wonderland tonight.
A lot of travel calls have been called so far.
Yeah. Is that 511? Is that what you get for the roads? Is that the travel advisory for the roads, the 511? Dan, can you check that? Is that the 511 for the road conditions? No travel advised? Yeah, no traveling advised tonight in the hangar. Keep harping on that, folks, but literally we're seeing it every other trip.
So that 3 from Allie Cook is no good. Shot clock is off. Bombers with the ball. Have a chance to take the lead heading into half.
Gotta believe the Bombers are going to hold for one and make it a good one. And right now, Aaliyah Thompson sat the last 2 minutes of the quarter, which good sign for the Bombers to kind of hang around, keep it close. I mean, she's your leading scorer, but they've done a solid job of getting some decent looks.
Levy, 5 seconds, pick up her dribble, top of the perimeter. Calvert finds Rigby inside for a layup. Oh, that was a great find from Kylie Calvert to Casey Rigby for the deuce.
Yeah, absolutely. In the words of Bruce Almighty, that was beautiful, Brock.
Great way to end the half for the Bombers. 20-18 is the score. Ballard leads it here inside the hangar. Raccoon River Conference battle, of course, here on this Friday night. Trying to think, do we have a performance at half, or are we going to step aside for a little?
I think we might just step aside. I don't see any of the dancers. It looks like it's ugly sweater night tonight, Brock, and I didn't get that memo. I have one at home. I should have wore it. Dang it.
I probably should have as well. We'll step aside real quick, about 5 minutes, and then we'll recap the first half and then get ready for the third quarter of play. All right, getting ready here for the third quarter of play. Bombers up 2 in a close one against a Raccoon River Conference foe and the Carroll Tigers. What do the Bombers need to do here, Tim, to get the good start for the third quarter?
Well, honestly, Brock, we need to attack the basket, and I think it starts through Aaliyah Thompson. And it looks like we're trying to get her touch. We can get going downhill, work it inside out, and get Aaliyah some touches here, and then maybe work on our outside game with Levy and Calvert. Calvert's hit one. Levy's hit one. That's the key. And then not turn it over, right? No extra possession. We did a solid job of rebounding in the first half, which we talked about pregame off the air about. That could be a little scary, especially with Brooklyn being out. But there again, going to the basket, drawing a foul. We're seeing that's the difference in tonight's game than what we saw on Tuesday. We were just settling for three-point shots, not attacking. Right now, we're drawing some fouls. Olivia Roeder's got 3 for them, so that's just kind of tells you how we're playing. I think we're just more aggressive, and I guarantee that was a point of emphasis for Coach Anderson and another travel. Right on cue. Right, I can't make any more travel jokes. I mean, I'm going to try, obviously, but holy smokes.
You're going to have a lot of miles by the end of it.
There it is. Well done. We got to put that thing in reverse like on Ferris Bueller's Day Off when they try to put the car in reverse, take the miles off the Corvette.
References tonight. It's been great.
Yeah, it has been good. That was Aiden. She just missed that one. Caitlin Aiden, part of the Sticky Bandits. We talked about that. She's
had 5 in the second quarter. Thompson there with the jump hook.
She missed it. Short on that one.
Allie Cook with the rebound.
And, folks, we're not doing it on purpose. You can kind of hear the disappointment in her voice, but we're so used to those going in. We've seen.
There's a three-point shot from Allie Cook.
Allie Cook.
Only shooting 22% from the three-point line heading into this one.
She was cooking on that one, Bear. It was put the chef's hat on her after that one.
Opens up the second half for the Tigers. Up 1 now.
This is going to be a grinder here. You can almost tell just the flow of the game and what Carroll's kind of doing to us. And I feel like we're having to work pretty hard right now to get buckets.
Allie Cook kicks it to the corner of the Schulte for the three-point shot. No good. A rebound by Chloe Cook. She puts it up. And for a freshman, man, that's
a good play. You're right. Play. Yep, absolutely. Her and her sister, the freshman and the sophomore.
A timeout called by the Ballard Bombers. Quick 5-0 run to start the third quarter for the Tigers. They have a 3-point lead because of it.
And you asked me what we needed to do. The 2 things that we don't need to do just happened. We turned it over on the travel, gave up an offensive rebound. 2 things that we cannot afford to give them extra possessions. Because right now, to be completely honest, we're not good enough to do that. As a whole, we could get away with that in years past because we had players, right? And we had depth, and we just had really good experienced girls that played a lot together. Right now, I think we're still trying to figure ourselves out, and it's hard because you don't get that, like we see in college. You get to kind of get those preseason games before conference play starts. You don't get that luxury in high school. And in the Raccoon River Conference, you better come to play every single night because every team's going to have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 girls that can play. And so that's where we're at. And so we just got to clean it up and rebound the basketball and not turn the darn thing over. And I think good things will happen for us.
See what the Bombers do here on the first possession out of the timeout. Rigby on the left side looking to drive and kick to Landy. Corner is Roeder, who drives in, trying to find someone, but no one was there as Aiden comes up with the steal.
Credit to the Tiger defense there, too. Just kind of locked her down.
3-point shot from Schulte's no good. And there's Chloe Cook with the rebound. Aiden with it. They work it around the perimeter of the left side to Schulte.
Now their offensive rebound, though. And turnover there by Cook.
Bad pass from Allie Cook. Here comes Rigby. Bombers looking to get their first bucket in the third quarter from a 3 from Levy. That's good. Reagan Levy.
I'm convinced, Brock, that if she's near the three-point line, she's too close. She's got to be a step or 2 back. Kind of got that Caitlin Clark feel to her just a little bit. The deeper, the better for Levy.
It's been hitting some long ones this week as that shot's no good. But a foul called. We'll see who it's on. It could be a huge
he's
call.
He's looking at Rigby, but it could be Thompson. Rigby it is.
Foul on Casey Rigby. That's her second, but honestly, it's better than Leah Thompson picking up her third.
Yep. Kind of disperse those fouls across the board, right? We don't, like we've talked about it. We don't want to beat a dead horse. We don't have a lot of depth, but disperse the fouls so we can keep everybody on the floor.
Allie Cook at the line, goes 2 for 2 on that trip, 5 points in the third quarter for her.
Hey, what, Brian? I'm seeing some folks walk through here with the pretzels and the cheese. Well, that looks pretty good. Are you a pretzel and a cheese guy? Are you with the cheese? Are you salt on the pretzel or no salt?
Oh, it's got to.
Got to have the salt.
Oh,
yeah. You seem like a salty fella.
Oh, I'm always salty.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Roeder on the left side loses the dribble, and Aiden comes up with the steal. I think she has already eclipsed her season average of 4 steals a game.
Yeah.
Ball's loose, and I think Roeder almost hit that off of Chloe Cook, but it goes out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by a Bomber.
Yeah, we're just a little bit loosey-goosey with it here right now.
Roeder inside, kick to the 15-foot shot from Chloe Cook.
That's the freshman, Chloe Cook.
Then the Cook show in the third quarter. Both Chloe and Allie have all of the Carroll points in this quarter.
Tell you what, I feel like I'm watching the Food Network with all the cooks going around here.
Obviously, you can't have too many cooks.
That's right.
Levy with the ball.
Yeah, I might disagree with Flight Bar and Grill, which is our main sponsor. You know, too many cooks in the kitchen makes for a full house, and you don't want that.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Great time to plug that in.
You're welcome.
Landy. Bombers need to get something up here. 4 seconds. Thompson, 2. Puts it up. Draws a foul at the 1 second mark. I don't know if I think they called it on the floor, but the shot clock resets. So a huge break for the Bombers right there as Chloe Cook gets called for her first foul.
Yeah, that was a break, and good job by Aaliyah Thompson knowing the shot clock was running down. Now we get a fresh 35. I do wish they would change that rule a little bit. Maybe take it like to 20, you know, instead of giving 35. But work in progress here with the shot clock. Only the second season for the state of Iowa.
And off
That's
the
an
steal,
offensive foul.
Roeder set the charge, able to draw it. That was a great
that was a great take of the
right
charge.
there.
You bet. Megan Roeder there with a nice take of the charge. And Chloe Cook just a little out of control. Freshman, though, right? It's just one of those things you got to learn.
She will check out, and number 21, Carly Menken, checks in for the Tigers. And Tigers are starting to pick up some fouls, multiple players with 2, and Olivia Roeder with 3. 3 team fouls in the quarter for them so far. Levy with it, hands it off. Nope, fakes the handoff to Landy. Now Thompson with it, top of the perimeter.
I thought she might have double dribbled with that, but no call. Nice back cut there by Aaliyah. Nice find from Kylie Calvert.
Thompson with her first bucket in this second half. Bombers are now only down 2.
Got a live update in the FCS game. South Dakota State leads 28-0 in the second quarter. That game up there in Brookings, South Dakota. So
against?
I believe it's against Albany, I think,
okay.
is who. I think they beat the Idaho Vandals last week.
As long as North Dakota State doesn't win, I'm happy.
They got the Montana Grizz. I believe that might be tomorrow.
That will be a good game as Roeder able to come up with the steal, and then Aiken able to draw a foul. I mean, Aiden, correction. Am I seeing like deja vu from last Tuesday?
Yeah, that was a Macy Camito type of thing play right there, right? And Aiden just right place, right time, but the finish was something to be held as well. She's a really solid player, good fundamentals and high basketball IQ, right? Right place, right time, but that's not on accident. Yeah.
And heading into the season, she was selected second team All-Raccoon River Conference last year. As that free throw goes, and she's making
playing
a
like
statement.
this. She's going to be first team right now, Bear. I could tell you, she's playing like a first teamer and deserves all the accolades because she's got to have 4 or 5 steals, like I said. Good give and go there.
Calvert unable to get the layup though, and the rebound to Aiden. Bombers apply a little bit of pressure, but the Tigers are able to get it over half court easily. Roeder fouled as she catches the ball, and that's on Thompson. That's her third.
Yeah, and that's just kind of a chintzy one for Leah. If you know, there's good fouls and there's bad fouls, right? If you're being aggressive and you're kind of making an aggressive play, that was just kind of a little touch foul. You'd rather get your money's worth, right? You're an NBA guy, right? You get your money's worth. You don't let them get a shot up and things like that. Kind of like that.
Like
that, from Roeder, right?
Making Roeder able to block it. It probably would have been called a foul by a lot of people, but we'll take the block.
Not here tonight.
It's been a very physical game, not going to lie, when you look at it. Low scoring so far. 25-30 is the score. Tigers lead as they have a loose ball, able to recover it by Aiden.
Yeah, and you know, that's kind of the story right now is just that play right there. Loose ball. Carroll's right in the right spot. And, you know, it's just one of them things that they tend to add up over time.
Olivia Roeder double dribbles, and it'll be a Bombers ball.
Double dribble. Great game for Nintendo back in the day. And
Corner three.
That. Corner three, it was automatic, yeah. Thunder Dan Marley, Jeff Hornacek for the Suns, yeah. You bet.
2:15 left in the third quarter. Bombers down 5. Thompson fires a 15-footer and gets it to go.
There's that baby soft touch we're used to seeing from Aaliyah. Well done. I think you got to run your offense through her, right, Brock? She's got to get a touch every time down, and she can facilitate for you. Knock that one down, can facilitate with a pass. And Schulte just threw that one up for grabs, and it was right to the right spot. Roeder with a nice play.
And a foul on the rebound. So there we go. The Bombers get a stop, down 3.
Stop, bucket. We're right there.
Casey Rigby checks in for Roeder. I think Roeder went to the bench. I think she may have a bloody nose. Don't want to necessarily
speculate, but it looks like it. From our point of view, it looks like there's something going on over there. I don't see a tooth in her hand, so that's good.
Levy with it for the Bombers. Picks up her dribble, finds Landy. Landy looking to drive in, puts up the floater. No good. Rebound by Feld.
Really solid look there, though, from JD. I think that's kind of her game, going downhill and to the rack.
She's had some great takes as that take from Feld is no good, but an offensive rebound from Allie Cook also misses the layup. Bombers now in transition.
A little hot potato, and she probably could have gathered herself and finished that one just a little more time taken, but I like what we're trying to do here, kind of run the offense through Levy and Thompson. Good look there from Calvert. Oh.
Just can't get the 3 to go. Calvert's been cold the last couple games. Looking to get something here, though. Aiden for the Tigers hands it off to Chloe Cook. She muscles her way inside. Misses it, though. Calvert with the rebound. She gives it up quickly to Thompson. Thompson looking to draw contact. Does. She will go to the line for 2 free throws. And she draws a foul against number 23, Schulte.
And that's a nice look ahead there on the pass. And Ali gets to go to the line for 2. She needs to get both of these, get us right back in it. Only down 3, but with the low-scoring game, 3 feels like a lot. Pretty quick third quarter here, considering the fouls that have been made in the quarter.
Makes the first is Thompson at the line. Again, only had 6 points last game for the Bombers as Olivia Roeder checks in for Schulte. Went 1 for 10 from the field. But tonight, been able to get to the line a lot more, which has been helpful for the Bombers looking to find anything on the scoreboard. Second one for Thompson, no good. Levy almost comes up with a rebound, out of bounds, and it will be Tigers ball. So 46 seconds left in the third. Tigers up 2.
Looks like Megan Roeder's ready to go. She's at the scores table to check in, so that's a good sign for the Bombers.
Chloe Cook open for 3 and hits it.
Missed that little double ball screen and the pick and pop there from the freshman, and she knocks it down. Chloe Cook.
She's got 7 in this third quarter. Freshman making a statement as Calvert will go to the line as she's able to draw a foul against Feld.
Kylie needs to get both of these. Big confidence free throws here for Kylie Calvert.
Foul again was on Molly Feld, her third. So 2 players with 3 fouls for the Tigers. That's Molly Feld and Olivia Roeder. Calvert to the line.
You could say Kylie Feld that one.
That's great. Calvert makes the first one. And Rigby will head to the bench as Roeder checks in. Back in after a quick trip to the bench for a check on with the trainer. Second one from Calvert is also good. 2 for 2 on the trip. Bombers still down 3 though. Tigers with the ball, and the shot clock is turned off.
Make a call here, Bragg. I think Kylie, when she gets an open 3, she's going to make the next one she sees.
would be huge for the Bombers for sure, as she almost able to force a steal. Bomber fans want a travel call. Seven seconds left. Aiden probably going to call her own number and does. Great defense from Levy, able to deflect it. It should be like 1 point something seconds left.
I think that we're going to maybe go to the clock, or we're going to call the quarter. 1.1 looks like it's going to be out on the Bombers. Should be the Tiger basketball, I would think here.
I would assume, unless somehow Levy wasn't able to touch the ball on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought it could have been a foul, which I'm glad it wasn't, because it would have been a shooting foul. So we maybe got away with one there, but 1.4, probably the right call.
We've seen a couple of devastating buzzer beaters against the Bombers so far this season here in the hangar. Let's hope there's not another one. Inside Roeder's shots, no good. Kylie Calvert able to come in and just basically poke the ball loose.
I'll tell you what, that was a really good set. She slipped that screen, set it, and slipped it, and Roeder was wide open. Luckily, we didn't get a foul call there, but it could have been something not great there. Hey, folks, as you see on your screen there, big things coming and big things happening at the Flight Lounge. Again, Flight Bar and Grill is our main sponsor. We started something this year, and they've allowed us to do it in their Flight Lounge. It's a great place for events, and if you're looking for any holiday parties or family get-togethers, anything like that. But on January 7th, we've got the Flyby Show coming up. Thing we do monthly, kind of helps support the Ballard Network, and we've got a big one coming up with Sam Peterson, former Ballard Bomber, and his teammate for the Iowa Hawkeyes, Brody Brecht. Two guys that are all-conference players, looking at probably getting drafted in the Major League Baseball draft. So we're looking forward to it. We've got a sponsor for that night as well for the autographs. It's 2020 Eye Care. And if you look on your screen there, and we appreciate Dr. Domino and all the folks at 2020. They support us, and we do our best to support them. But there are tickets available. You can, maybe we have a table left, and should be a great night of conversation, food, and just getting some insight from two really local, really good Division I athletes from the local area here. Brody Brecht from Ankeny and Sam Peterson from Huxley. So looking forward to that on January 7th. Back to the action here, Bear.
Tigers start out with the ball here, up 3. Feld gives it down low, and Allie Cook wide open. She's had a great second half.
She is just, both the Cook girls are players, Brock, and they're I think they're coaches' daughters, right? So they're pretty fundamentally sound, and they got good touch and make the right plays more often than not, which if they don't, they probably hear about it in the supper table.
Great pass from Thompson, able to find Levy. Levy is fouled.
Again, the Bombers drawing a lot of fouls tonight. Again, they've kind of been spread out throughout the Carroll Tiger team, but
Aiden called for that one. That's only her first. Able to get to the fourth quarter with no fouls. And in this game, with how the Bombers have been able to draw fouls like they do right there, off the inbounds, Levy will go to the line. That one against number 34, Allie Cook. That's her third. So 3 players and 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, and you make a good point, Brock, with Caitlin Aiden. She's had 4 steals, and she's been in all the action, and she hasn't sat very much. So just kudos to her for, again, basketball IQ, putting herself in the right spot, right place.
And Levy at the line right now. 2 for 2 on that trip. Again, makes it only a 3-point deficit for the Bombers. This week has been a huge statement for people that the Raccoon River Conference is going to be a tough one to compete in this year.
You bet. Right now they've got Allie Cook down there trying to get posted up on Jada Landy, and that's a good play there from a Thompson.
Great effort right there from Thompson. Deflects that shot. Bombers now have a chance to either tie or make it a 1-point deficit with a bucket. Levy top of the perimeter. Shot fake drive. Leads to a lane. Draws a foul, and she will go back to the line.
We're looking at each other. What are we calling? And were they calling a block or a charge? We're not sure. We're going to see what we're going to hear here. What do we got? What do we got? Offensive foul. I thought that what was going to be called. We weren't sure as we waited.
So instead of going to the line, Levy gets called for her first. And I think Coach Anderson's just figuring out what they
Well,
called.
he left everybody in suspense, but as the longer it drug out, Brock, the more I knew it wasn't going to go in the Bombers' favor. Our boy down here, I'm not sure his name, we'll just call him Burgess Meredith, gave an emphatic charge call on that one, and I'm not sure. I know the Ballard faithful did not agree. Bruce Hartman's in the crowd tonight. Hey, Brucey. #1 fan for the Bombers. Probably get a fist bump later from Bruce, but Bombers need to take care of this one.
Off the steal from Thompson. She has it. Picks up her dribble, looking to give it up. Finds Calvert top of the perimeter. Bombers will reset here.
Light a little fire underneath the Bombers after that call. Maybe that's a good thing for us. We'll see.
18 seconds. Thompson, left elbow. Draws a foul. This time it's a blocking foul. That one on Schulte. That's her third. So now 4 Carroll Tigers with 3 personal fouls. And we haven't hit the bonus for either team yet this game.
No, I don't know if we have. You're right. That's the anomaly here. Is we're racking up fouls, but just not enough. Or some would say too many. A little elevator play.
Wasn't open, but Levy with it now.
They shut the gate nice there, but nothing cooking.
Thompson draws another foul. I think this time she was going up for a shot, so she will go to the line. See who this is on.
Looks like that's on. Oh, they called it on 1-0.
Feld, that's her 4th.
That's Feld. It looked like it could have went on Roeder as well, yeah. But again, going to the basket, drawing fouls. I like that stuff. That's good stuff for Aaliyah. Got to get those free throws. What's she at now from the line, Bear?
3 of...
She's not quite 50%, is she?
No, she's not. Sorry, I'm trying to read my handwriting.
Right. Take off your shoes and socks if you need your extra toes there, Bear.
No, she's 3 of 6.
3 of 6, right on 50%.
Second one's good. 33-35, Bombers trail.
Nail biter. We knew it was going to be a nail biter the way that first half was played.
Bombers are definitely feeling the loss of Brooklyn Baumgartner tonight as Allie Cook's able to draw a foul on that drive.
Yeah, just a neutralizer. Gives us a few different options on the defensive side for sure if we wanted to play a little zone and make it a little tougher on the Cook girls because they're pretty good players, but they're not tall.
Landy called for the foul. That's her first. Olivia Roeder guarded by Landy. She finds a lane, able to split the defense and gets the easy deuce.
Yeah, just a little rub screen there off the dribble and shook her loose and just kind of hung Jada up just enough to sneak by her.
Thompson looking to respond and does.
Oh, nice little kiss off the glass there. Like she was standing underneath the mistletoe, Bear. You been underneath the mistletoe yet?
No comment as Allie Cook
goodness.
responds with a 3-point shot.
Anything you can do, I can do better, but Cook from downtown.
Starting to heat up here in the hangar. Thompson calls her own number again, draws the foul, count it, and one.
That's a little hot sauce on that one, a little and one mixtape to her. Nice play by Thompson. That's the touch we're used to seeing right there.
And that's on Allie Cook. That's her 4th. So a player that's been a huge asset to this team in the second half.
Well, they're adding up, right? The fouls are finally adding up.
I'll tell you what, overtime, I feel like so far would favor the Bombers. Of course, need to get there if we want to even think about that. As a quick timeout is called by the Bombers after Aaliyah Thompson makes the free throw.
Well, and if I'm Coach Anderson right now and I look, it's 5:22 left, they have 5 team fouls. Everything we're getting now is going to the basket, downhill, and then we're kicking out for an open 3. Unless you're wide open and unless you're Reagan Levy or Kylie Calvert, you're taking that thing off the dribble and going to the rack. Oh, man, did we almost have a snafu again over here with the executive producer?
We had one of our cameras just turn off.
Okay,
we're good.
Well, we'll get it back on. Folks, again, the executive producer, Dan Inksler.
He's doing like 15 jobs.
He is, and he's killing it every night. Brock and I have the easy job as far as calling the game and listening to ourselves talk. But Dan is the behind-the-scenes guy. We give him credit, sometimes too much and sometimes not enough. So we try to
plugged in the laptop this week. That's all that matters.
It is the Christmas season. We are in the giving mood, so we'll give him kudos throughout this evening. It is kind of fitting that we are playing Carroll, so the Christmas Carroll would be in town tonight. Carroll Tigers. You know that I'm full of the puns, Brock. But again, in the huddle, if I'm Coach Anderson, We get the timeout. We're down 2. They've got 5 team fouls. Here on out, we're shooting 2 free throws. Aaliyah Thompson's got to get to the rack. We want to see Aaliyah Thompson on that free throw line at least a half a dozen more times here in the fourth quarter.
This will be the first, really for us, the first time we're calling a game where that new bonus rule really comes into play here.
Yep. It could affect the outcome. We haven't seen it so far, but looking like it could tonight.
Tigers with it. They're up 2. Out of the timeout, Olivia Roeder at the right elbow will give it up. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Off the backdoor cut, Chloe Cook able to draw the foul on the take to the hoop, and Thompson picks up her 4th.
Yeah, and Aaliyah just kind of got beat on the back door and couldn't. She tried to make up for it with her hands and got caught with her hand in the cookie jar and got called for the foul.
So Thompson's going to have to find a way to go 5-0-3 without picking up another foul. Inside, Cook's layup is good.
And we
Chloe
saw the
Cook.
effect right there because Aaliyah came on the help. She was a tick late, but couldn't do anything with it with those 4 fouls. But nice post up there from Cook, by the way, as well.
Calvert inside, kick out to Roeder. Top of the perimeter is Landy. Bombers down 4 here in this Raccoon River Conference battle. Thompson's 3, no good. Calvert looking to get the O board and does. It finds Levy quickly.
Yeah, we got to get a post touch, Brock. Or something to the rack right here.
Roeder finds Thompson, rolls in and out, tipped out of bounds. They will say it was last touch by Aaliyah Thompson.
Didn't love the 3 we settled for there early in that shot clock. And again, down 4, we need to attack, be on the attack. But Aaliyah with 4 fouls. Got to be careful there, right?
Wide open as Allie Cook misses the 3, though. But there's Chloe Cook just fighting her way for the offensive rebound. Schulte will fire a 3 of her own. Almost banks it in. Ball is batted around, and Calvert comes up with the rebound.
A couple of off the face there, off the back of the glass. That was, whew.
Calvert thought about the 3 instead, finds Thompson for the left-handed jump hook.
Yeah, her going to her right shoulder for that left-handed hook is virtually unstoppable. Quasi-Rick Smits from back in the day for the Pacers with that little baby hook. A little George Zedek for UCLA, 95 national championship team.
Timeout called by head coach Katie Cook and the Carroll Tigers. They're up 42-40 here. Looking to snap a at least 32-game series streak for the Bombers.
It's a 32-game losing streak to the same team.
Since 2006, according to Bound, unless Bound's wrong.
Well, no, you do what you can with your stats. That's just a really wild stat, and that's there's multiple ways to look at that. Yeah, Ballard has had a really good program, but also 42-40 right now. Can Carroll figure out a way to win this game? And Ballard figures out how to win games like this, and that's just part of the history of the program, right? Coach Anderson knows how to coach in tight games. The difference is this year, our girls with experience, there's not a lot of them. But this is how you get it, right? You can't get experience without getting experience. It's one of those things is as you go out in the world and apply for jobs, well, you're not experienced enough. Well, how do I get the experience for the job if you don't give me the job?
Yep.
Right? So it's the same thing can be said here on the basketball floor. So down 2 with 3:44 to go. Going to be a tight finish.
And real quick, just because it's a 32-0 series streak since 2006, this Carroll Tigers team has been able to win games over the past couple. A foul on the floor.
Looks like it'll be Jada Landy going to the line.
So Landy to the line. We'll see who got called for the foul. Number 30, Chloe Cook, her 3rd, who just made the 2-point basket. If you're just now joining us, we had some little technical difficulties, but we're back here. Only bucket that you guys missed, from my knowledge, as Landy misses the free throw, is a 2-point shot from Chloe Cook.
From Cook. We're back and better than ever, as they say, right, Bear?
Hopefully the Bombers are looking to get back in this one. As the second one from Landy is also no good. Over 2 on that trip. Bombers down 4. Huge possession for the Tigers here. They're up 4 points.
Carroll does a nice job of swinging the ball and then getting the post girl to flip her hips and get position, and that's usually Cook.
Chloe Cook on the post, posting up Roeder. Turns around, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound by Olivia Roeder.
The wrong Roeder if you're a Bomber fan. The right one if you're a Roeder family fan.
And a timeout called by Coach Anderson and the Ballard Bombers with 2:18 left in the fourth quarter. Tigers up 46-40.
Bombers need a bucket in the worst way here, Brock. And if you're Coach Anderson, I got to believe you're drawing up maybe ball screen action here with Levy and Thompson. Pick and pop, or you're rolling it for Thompson with Calvert on the backside for an open three. Those are your three key cogs to this wheel, and you got to ride those ponies down the backstretch here, because it's too tight to not have your three best players getting touches and taking the majority of your shots here with 2:18 to go in the fourth quarter. And you know that Coach Cook over there on the Tigers sideline saying the exact same thing, right? Look for this, and they know they got to guard Levy at about that 25-foot mark, which should open something up for Thompson.
Been a very competitive game so far tonight. It's a great start to our varsity doubleheader, because we know the boys game is definitely going to be a up and down battle for both teams. Boys Carroll Tigers coming in this game 5-0 on the year. Bombers coming off of a 2-win game streak against
2-game winning streak, Bear. 2-game winning. No, I got you. That's what I'm here for. Finals week. He's brains fried. Has he bought his Christmas presents yet? That is the question.
We'll find out later.
Well, we're going to find out later. He must be bidding on something on an online auction, or he's got something on Amazon being delivered later.
Yep.
We'll see.
2:15 left in the game. Bombers down 6. This would be huge from Calvert. Hits it.
Well, that's
from
called
the right side.
That's called prognostination or prognostication. I said that. She was going to make that next one. She did. We got the look we wanted. Good pressure here from the Bombers.
Bombers need to get a stop here. Less than 2 minutes to go in this game. Aiden with the ball.
If I'm the Carroll Tigers, that's who I want to have the ball in their hands, is Caitlin Aiden. Her or the young Cook girl, Chloe Cook, right there.
She puts it up, able to get it to go, and one. What a effort right there from the freshman.
You know, she does a very nice job of positioning her body in the right spots to get the catch, gather, and score. And that's footwork, right? And that comes from drills, and that's pre-practice, post-practice stuff with your post players. And well schooled on that fundamental. And there's her sister with a rebound, but she's going to go down for a travel.
So it will be Bombers ball. Bombers get a break there. Down 5 with 1:43.
And that was a huge break there, because we gave up the offensive rebound. Could have turned into a catastrophe for the Bombers, but now we're only down 5. I'd run the same look here.
Thompson at the free throw line. We'll find Roeder. Back out to Thompson, looking to drive. Loses the ball out of bounds. Huge call right here. They'll say it remains Ballard ball.
I think we got a break there, Bear. I think that was off of Aaliyah, and I think she knew it was off of her. We'll take it, though. A little home cooking here. We like it.
18 seconds on the shot clock. Calvert to inbound it. They find Landy. Little wheel action here.
Now
find Calvert.
The backside. Now the post up there. Should be able to get one here. Spin back to your left shoulder.
Landy on the left side. 10 seconds. She puts up a tough shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound by Allie Cook.
Probably not the one we exactly wanted there, but Aaliyah's just got to turn to her left shoulder and work on that little right-handed hook. She's got it in her repertoire.
And a foul call.
That was up top there. It was a little ticky-tacky there. I call that a ticky-tacky foul on Levy, but might be calling a little tighter here down the stretch.
That's her third. Minute and 6 seconds to go. Aiden misses the free throw.
And this is where that 5 foul with the 2 shots comes into play, because usually that's a bonus.
1 and
we
1.
miss 1 and 1 right now. We're short on that one, but just drew the iron and got her curled back over there. Solid stroke there from Aiden.
Tigers up 6 again. Calvert with the ball. Less than a minute to go now in this game. Thompson lost the ball, recovers, puts up a tough shot. Olivia Roeder stood her ground and able to get the stop.
Yeah, Leah just kind of forced that one. Might have had Calvert over there on the wing looking to get with her feet set to get a 3 knocked down, but now Levy's looking to foul. Yeah, we're kind of running short on time, and
not looking good for the Bombers here.
No, it sure isn't, Bear. I would agree with that.
Would be a huge upset here. Aiden makes the first free throw.
Yeah, and I got to believe they're going to put the ball in Aiden's hands here late, just with that stroke from the line. And once we shot her, when she shot that 3 earlier in the game, it's just really fundamental. Her mechanics are really good.
Makes the second.
Now 8 is a lot. 6 was plenty, 8's more, and we can't go down by any more. We need a bucket here. This one could be over.
Calvert thought about the long three, probably should have pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Thompson loses it, and Olivia Roeder comes up with the steal. And a foul by Thompson. That's it for her.
Yeah, that's her 5th. That's a frustration foul there from Aaliyah, and that's her 5th. But
she'll finish with 20 points tonight, so able to get back on the scoreboard, but it's probably not going to be enough for the Bombers.
I just don't think it is. And this Carroll team at 2-4 and 0-3 is better than their record shows, I think, Brock. But the Bombers are on the struggle bus right now. And not having Brooklyn Baumgarter tonight hurt us immensely. Just another rebounder and a force in the middle, and another 8 to 10 points.
Olivia Roeder misses the first free throw. Second one is good.
Gets that one. Now Bombers for sure need a bucket here, down 9 with 30 to go. Might be too little too late.
Calvert fires the long three, misses it, and that should do it as Aiden comes up with the rebound. Bombers still pressuring, though, and Rigby fouls. So Rigby fouls, that's her 3rd. Aiden will go back to the line, but as of right now, it looks like the Carroll Tigers are going to win their first game against the Ballard Bombers since 2006.
So this is in their first time in 33 tries, right? In 33 tries, this will, wow.
First one is good from Aiden. And again, I think this week the Bombers have been shown that the Raccoon River Conference is starting to become more and more competitive each and every year.
Yep.
And this is a team that has been on the ropes every once in a while. This Carroll Tiger team, as Aiden makes that free throw, makes it an 11-point lead for Carroll. And Roeder will fire a 3. No good. Tipped out of bounds. Actually a foul call against Aiden. But as I was saying, this Raccoon River Conference is not going to be easy to win.
No, it's not to win, to win, and even just to win a game, home or on the road. It's a battle night in and night out. And again, we talked about it, man. We don't have time to get better. We've got to get better now. These conference games are slipping away, and it, like you said, everybody else is getting better too. Like, we're getting better and more experienced, but so is everyone else. And this Carroll Tiger team is well coached. They've got some pretty good players. They've got
some young studs.
They do. They've got 3 girls that can play. The 2 Cook girls and Aiden are 3 really solid basketball players. And Coach Cook probably knew about that record coming to this one. This is a sweet one for her to get. So hats off to the Carroll Tigers. The ladies come in here and getting this win tonight.
Bombers fall here. 45-54 is the score. Carroll Tigers win it. They'll improve to 3-4 overall and 1-3 in conference play. Bombers on the other end fall back down to 500 at 4-4 and 3-2 in conference play. We'll step aside here real quick, and we'll be back for the boys matchup between the Ballard Bombers and the Carroll Tigers here